This is part of a fair trade fortnight which has been organised by Baines, and but this event has been organised by the Labour Party, and we're going to hear two speakers who've travelled from Palestine. We're going to hear Tasia on my left and Mohammed on my right, and also I believe they are here, Peter Downey and Helen Wheeler. Peter is going to talk to us about his experience with Bethlehem Baines Links, and also Helen is here, I hope. You are here, Helen, right. Helen went over for the olive harvest last year, is going to talk to us about her experiences there. To introduce Tasia and Mohammed, they are both going to speak, and then we'll have questions afterwards, and then we'll have Helen and Peter speaking, and we'll have some questions afterwards as well. Just say a little bit about Tasia. Tasia is a community leader, and he is the director of the Palestine Fair Trade Association. This was set up in 2004 to support farming communities in Palestine by selling their products both in the UK and Ireland. And Zaytoun is a fair trade company which they also manage, which was set up in London and which sells the Palestinian produce. Tasia has told me that in his Palestine Fair Trade Association there are 1,400 members who are there to support Palestinians in their production, mainly of olives and olive oil. So it's quite a large organisation. Zaytoun is proud to have launched the first ever fair trade certified product from Palestine back in 2009. Tasia lives in the Saltfleet district, which is an area highly dependent on olive cultivation, but one which has seen much of its agricultural resources stolen through the construction of illegal settlements. Tasia has been working with the community agricultural products for over 10 years, so he's very experienced and is going to tell us all about it soon. Mohammed on my right here is a full-time olive farmer from the village of Burkeen, which is on the West Bank. He heads the village cooperative and is one of the first farmers to join the fair trade programme of the Palestine Fair Trade Association back in 2006. So welcome to you both. Can we give them a round of applause?
First, allow us to express our grateful and happiness to be with you today and to be talking to you about the produce and what behind the products, basically. I want to make some little correction. I am Zaytoun, director in Palestine, and of course I will be proud to be representing BFTA, Palestine Fair Trade Association, but Mohammed is who is representing the farmers cooperatives of Palestine Fair Trade Association that has been working hard in order to come up with this quality product. We've been asked in the beginning when we arrived if our journey was okay, all right. The answer is simple after so many years, yes, our personal journey is all right, but the journey of the product, that is not all right. Because the obstacles of the Israelis in every level in which the olive oil bottle has to be inspected for security reasons, to be in a port that is fully controlled, equipped, but still has to be inspected, sniffed, has to be actually imprisoned for more than it needs, in which will of course increase the cost, because we have to pay, or the farmers have to pay for that, have to pay from the cost or additional to the cost of the production. And this is why we say whatever the cost is, we have to insist on bringing it, such products to be marketed out of the country, because it is not only a product, it is about the people who produce it. It's about the stories that comes from the ground. It's about the injustice, and of course it is about fairness on the other hand. Once we know that these products are there not because there is a poverty or a natural disaster, and I assume that most of you know that the situation in Palestine is a man-made. It is forcing the poverty on the people for having or keeping a weak economy. And this weak economy, of course, to serve the interest of the colonization. If you allow me, excuse me, I have to. And if you excuse me to say more, that it is not occupation. It is colonization, because simply, to a certain extent, occupation is being accepted in some international law attachment and phrases, where a threatened nation can occupy certain territories under certain conditions of no transfer of the occupier people to the occupied land, no utilization of resources, and no settlement construction. What is happening in Palestine is only about transferring the original people from their places, occupying more resources above and underground, building, construction, and expansion of new settlements. And all of this comes on the lands that are source of income, fertile lands, groves of olive trees that has been there for hundreds, thousands, basically, of years, because we get to know the olive tree for more than 4,000 years. And this is why the olive tree is part of the heritage and part of the culture. But when we say these products should be marketed fairly, it has to be because once we've been asked why, since most of the products in the fair trade channels comes from poor areas, poor regions, and so on, and you are talking about your products that we do not see. Then when the costs sometimes reach that farmers pay their lives for that, they are prevented to access, and when they access to their lands, they will have settlers coming down, cutting their trees, and probably happen several times that there are some farmers got killed for these reasons. And only in the harvest of 2015, the Israeli settlers have targeted and uprooted about 13,000 olive trees. They know that this is a potential of economic empowerment. And this is what they do not want. In order to keep a weak household economy, this is how they can keep the dependency of the Palestinian economy on the Israeli economy. The stronger message of the farmers is that trade and fair trade is the way to go. No aid anymore. So trade rather than aid, this is what they are insisting on, and they want to keep it ongoing. In the Jordan Valley, we have more than 2,000 farmers depending on the production of dates. The date, the palm tree, is the only tree now at this current situation that can handle the salinity water, because all of the fresh water and water that have been used for agriculture is most